What's good, my people? Corner Store Podcast. Live, YouTube. You heard me. Corner Store Podcast. Live, YouTube. Do me a favor, smash that like button. I'm stealing that from Willie D. Shout out to Willie D. Smash that like button. Smash it. Like, subscribe, comment. Definitely tell me what you're thinking. Corner Store Podcast. We in the building. Episode 91, OMD-300, a.k.a. DexterDavis. Or should I say DexterDavis, a.k.a. OMD-300. Welcome to the Corner Store Podcast. I'm going to start off by saying this right here. I want to thank all the people today. I kind of was feeling myself the last couple of days because I wouldn't say the last couple of days, maybe a day. I was doing some stand-up comedy, or at least trying to attempt to do some stand-up comedy. I did get a chance to get on stage, but just like anything else, when you're nothing, and I'm saying this not to say that I'm not nothing, because I know I'm something, but when you're not nothing, or you're just a person on the low rung of the totem pole, and I've been dealing with a lot of back issues too. So if you see me squirming around, it's because my back hurts and my neck hurts also. So trying to find the right chiropractor to handle that and also strengthen that bitch. But anyway, I have been promoting that I was going to be on this show. I'll go ahead and say it. Fourth Wall Comedy Cafe is in Hollywood, right in the heart of Hollywood. Right in the heart, smack dab on Hollywood Boulevard, maybe like 2 blocks from Western. Small little venue, real cool. It actually could, use some upgrades, just a few upgrades. But shit, if I was him or whoever the guy is on the place or doing the promotion or whatever they're doing, excuse me, goddamn, I don't know why I'm always burping. I would probably leave it the same way too and just keep it clean, whatever. But knowing me, I like shit to look a certain way, even though I'm doing this, my pod and my media ventures inside my garage. This motherfucker has been upgraded. I've been tinkering with it, doing all kinds of different things with the budget that I have. But seeing that you got a business and it's actually people that come in there, I probably would make a few cosmetic changes, but that's just my opinion. But that's neither here nor there. The story is consistent with what I'm trying to say. The story is consistent about what I'm trying to say in regards to support of people when you're trying to do something in life. For some reason, there's some people who get supported by everybody. I don't care what rung they're on as far as what they're trying to do. It could be they're already starting out. It could be they're famous. It could be they're infamous. I don't know. But if you notice, there's some people, and I'm sure that you could see this in your life, unless you're one of those people that everybody always, looks out for or supports. Or you say, I got something going tomorrow, be there, and they're there. You one of the lucky ones, because the majority of the people in this world, regardless if they're friends, family, or whatever, it'd be the surprising thing about most of this stuff when it comes to support. As it usually is the person that you would least expect to be a supporter of you that shows any interest. And it throws me off every time. The people that you think, especially people that you've helped and people that I'm doing this or I'm going to be at this, and you show up and you even spend money. There's been cats that told me, well, I'm doing a showcase thinking, well, if I come, I'm the podcast, whatever. Motherfuckers have tried to charge me and tell me I can bring drinks in, all kind of old crazy shit. Knowing that I was there, like if you go to an NFL game and you're a media person, they give you a badge where you can go into the tunnel. Like, you got the badge, but the dude at the gate is trying to tell you, nah, I don't recognize that shit. And I posed the question on Instagram because I did this show. I had been promoting it on IG about 2 weeks, probably even more than that, almost a month. Probably almost a month when I found out I actually was going to be on it. Now, this was the thing this was the steps that you had to do in order to be on stage there. You were given an 8-minute set to do 8 minutes worth of jokes, obviously, and or whatever you fucking gonna do, because some people do jokes, some people do all kind of weird shit. But you had to have 3 people at $15 a pop come to support you. Like, come and say, well, I'm here to see such and such, or I'm here to see such and such, or I'm here in support of such and such. Just 3. Now, the kicker on the whole thing when it comes to after the 3, there's an actually, which is kind of cool, there's an actual way you can earn money. Sorry about that. I should have put my phone on silent. There's an actual way you can make money by doing this. What you would do is, after the 3 people have said they were going to attend or they come, any money that's made after that, if someone mentions you, I guess you would split. I don't know if it was a split or you get that money. I really didn't get into all the detail because I believe 9 times out of 10, people might have 3 or 4 come or whatever. You might make 10, 15, but I don't know how it works, to be honest with you. This is my first time doing it. And I was engaging to see if I had any support from anyone. I was engaging. Nah, it's all good. I see you, Nat. I see you, Chris. I know you was trying to call me. All I did was send you the link so you could come check it out. Don't trip. That was the phone call I got. Got a relative who, if he was in California at the time, I know he would have been front and center at the show laughing his ass off. I know this for fact. I know Chris would have been there laughing. But the reason why I'm starting to show off talking about this particular thing is, now I can't really see. I don't have my glasses on because my camera's over here and you can kind of see when people pop on. But my sight's getting so fucked that comes with age. It just is what it is. I'm ex-military. Used to be a sharpshooter, 38 out of 40 on the range. Believe it or not, yeah, I was knocking them shits down. But I can't see like I used to, so I can't tell. I see it's a couple people on there chatting with me now. Thank you for being here on the Corner Store Podcast. If you guys, whoever's on here, if you haven't already subscribed, hit the notification button, please do so, and also hit the like button. All it's going to do is help me. I've been bitching and complaining about growing as much as I like to. So if y'all could do that and spread the word, just don't be a part of this Corner Store Podcast train and just, ride by your damn self. Tell other people to buy a ticket if you dig what I'm saying. And so I go back to the story. I go to do the show. Now, I've been kind of nervous about this, jotting down ideas of what I was going to say, the jokes I was going to tell, blah, blah, blah. Just to give you an example, now I'm going to tell you examples of jokes afterwards. I go to the show, I meet the guy, they had a 9 o'clock show, it's all kind of segmented. It's weird. It's like if they say you on at 10, that means it's a show from 10 and whenever they close and then you're in there. It was like the crowd would leave and then another crowd would come. It was interesting. Well, anyway, I was on that late show and I was also the last person behind the headliner, I guess, the guy who was headlining. He had the most people there. So I was second to him. That was pretty weird. And I told him people were coming. And one shout out to my homeboy. He's a comedian as well, from the South as well, born. I was born in the South, raised in L.A., but he's from the South, Alabama, I believe, as well, just like I am. T6, appreciate you, man. He's the only fucking person that showed up for me. The only one. And guess what dude live? He live in San Bernardino. That motherfucker came damn near 2 hours to see me do 3 minutes. And the reason why I got to do 3 minutes, the dude told me, well, man, you only had one person show up for you, bro. But just because, because really, when the 3 didn't show up, he could have just said, you can't go up. You know the rules. You got to have such and such. You can't go up. But so he went on ahead and gave me 3 minutes. I go up on stage. And before you know it, if I'm telling you before you know it, it was almost like you walked in a small apartment through the front door and fell out the back of that motherfucker. That lady was flashing that light on me. I got 3 jokes in, and here's a couple of the things I started to talk about. Because it was a white room. The room was white. has no indignation on comedians do white, black, Hispanic. They do all kind of rooms. But this is a white room, and I had been listening to these comics talk pretty much all night long, saying little shit about black people and everything. And I don't think it was they were being racist or vicious. It's just that's what comedy is. Motherfuckers talk about shit, about people, quirkiness of races, quirkiness of this race, that race, da-da-da. And even T6, after I had got off stage and we talked outside, he was like, yo, I'm glad you said what you said. And I had started to talk about, I went into it like this. Hey, thanks to everybody for letting me be, for being here. And, I'm looking at all these faces in the crowd, all these smiling faces. I'm going to be honest with you. I have a therapist. I've been talking about this, and, I've been trying to find out how to be better and be more relaxed in front of my oppressors. That's what I said. And some of the people laughed. Some of them was like, oh, what I'm saying? So I started out on a racial tip. It wasn't bad. I was getting laughs. I started talking about, how, the world is crazy now and make America great again. And all it does is make me think. It makes me start to ponder, life and the human condition. And, and the thing that really, 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 the question I ask myself more than anything these days, especially now, is how much would I have gotten at a slave auction? If they paraded me around naked at this point in my life, how much would I have gotten if one of you motherfuckers was trying to buy me? That shit was fucking hilarious, what I said. If you'd have been there, you'd have died laughing he was black. Some of the people wasn't feeling that shit. But I'll put it to you this way. It was funny, and some people cried. Like one dude was in the back dying. And before you know it, the light was flashed on me to come off. So all I said was, I appreciate y'all and everything, da-da-da-da, and I appreciate being your Uber driver, and I got off stage. But I felt bad. I really did. I felt bad because I wasn't really feeling when I went up there, because when he came to me and said, you got 3 minutes, man, that's all I could give you, blah, blah, blah. I started to think about all of the people that I support, and I truly support you. If you a rapper or something, and some of you, and I'm gonna be honest with you, some of you rappers that I done ran into, your music ain't really all that dope. I could start naming names, that'll be fucked up, but to me, the shit was okay, but I support you. I truly want you to do well. And there's some artists out there that I support that are fucked. It's a shame that you aren't where you need to be because your music is that good. I ain't gonna say who's who or whatever. Just keep making your music whether I like it or anybody likes it. But the fact of the matter is, I support you. I ain't came to every function somebody said come to, because I've went to functions from one person and then they send me a bunch more, and because I ain't came to all the rest of them, they looking at me some type of way. And I don't, man, whatever. But when in regards to me, there ain't very many times I ask people to do shit for me other than maybe look at my pod, or if I send you something I've been in, like a video or some shit like that, to check it out, to support me in that way. I don't really ask people to come out too tough. So when I do, and motherfuckers don't show, it tells me a lot about not only maybe they're personally busy or something's going on or they can't make it that night, or maybe they just saying in a low-key way and hoping you don't take it that way, nigga, fuck what you trying to do. That's your personal journey. But see, if it was somebody else that they fuck with, depending on, who that person is and how they fuck with them, they be there. That's my opinion. It ain't necessarily fact, but it seems like when in regards to me, how I feel about me and what I'm trying to do, niggas will leave me hanging out to dry. T6 came from far. The parking wasn't even that great. You know how it is on Hollywood Boulevard. You got to either find a parking spot or what. Man, for him to show up like he did is a true blessing. One person. And that's why I know that if you get whatever you're trying to do out to the masses, you need to fuck with people you don't know. Facts, plain and simple. If you meet somebody and y'all become acquainted, hopefully they look at you in a way to where I'll fuck with this guy's movie that he's in, or I'll go to his whatever. But when it's people that know you, it seems to me that they'll be like, oh, that's just Dex, or fuck him, or I know him from when he was this, and or he wasn't doing it. He ain't fit. He's trying this now. That ain't gonna work. You know why it ain't gonna work? Because a motherfucker like you wouldn't take the time out to try to look. Say everybody I wanted to show up, and I bomb, and I'm terrible. My shit wasn't funny, nothing. Would you stop fucking with me because of that, or would you say better luck next time? This world is all about knocking shit out of the park the first time. It don't happen like that. It don't work like that. I'm not saying I wasn't funny. All I'm saying is motherfuckers don't even give me a chance to show up. I'm talking about people that I done interviewed them and sang their praises, and fuck them. That's why there will be no more Corner Store podcast guests in-house. People just don't respect you. They don't give a fuck. I'm not even talking about the subjects that I'd like to talk about, which I will, but I got to get this off my chest because I don't know, people sometimes they trying to test your fucking resolve to see if you will stick to it when they don't fuck with you. But as soon you stick to it, and you finally get popping, then all of a sudden you see niggas you know in the audience at your big show when you finally got a production company or somebody signed you. You see them in the audience. Hey, man! All motherfuckers waiting for you to do is become a success so they can get on the train. It's too late then. The train had left. Track empty. We rolling now. I'm not trying to say nothing negative like fuck y'all or anything like that, but in a kind of a way it's kind of like that, I know, but you know, it's hard to talk about this subject because some people will say, oh nigga, you just boo-hooing because niggas ain't fucking with you like you want, and some people will say, well, your shit ain't that good anyway, you won't be talking about nothing, nigga, you in your shit, your garage, you do all kind of naysaying type shit or whatever, and that's great. I fucking love it. And you did have me a little beside myself. You did have me kind of acting weird, making Instagram posts and Facebook posts in my feelings like a big ass bitch. You know why? Because you would think motherfuckers would give a fuck about what you're trying to do and celebrate you. You hear all these motherfuckers talking about, man, motherfuckers doing what they do. I praise that. You don't praise shit. All people care about is what the fuck you have and what they can do for you. And that goes for the people closest to me. No disrespect. I love y'all. I fucking love y'all. Guess what? This Christmas, no money having ass Dex gonna put a couple dollars in your hands. I don't give a fuck what number it is. You still gonna get something. When I could be like a crackhead and disappear and nobody ever see shit or get no money or care or nothing. But I'm here. Friends, I done asked friends I know ain't gonna fucking do shit for me for Christmas. Hey, yo, man, you want something? And they obviously say no because they know they weren't gonna do shit for me. That would obligate them. We talk about this shit when it comes to Father's Day and all that, and my kids are cool as hell. They good, they'll call me and tell me they love me. They ain't never bought me nothing. It's not that they don't care. It's just that's how kids are today. They ain't finna buy you no. They'll buy their mama some rope. They don't even buy their mama nothing. Become think of it. Kids today are about themselves. Teenagers, young ones, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Love on your kids when they're young these days because by the time they old enough to understand they are individual, they're gonna be like fuck you. They're gonna be out kicking it, doing what they do, and when they need something, they'll come with their hands out, and that's it. You can't be mad at that shit. You can't be mad at that shit. Because this world is this is the most selfish the world has been ever. I pray for the time when the lights go out, meaning the power and the grid go out. So everybody got to fend for themselves so we can see who real and who ain't. I realized the other day walking 2 blocks because of my heart and all of a sudden taking that fucking vaccine, I can't walk 3 blocks before I'm winded. I'm a big nigga, but yeah, I was big before this. I was a big nigga before this. All of a sudden, nigga can't walk 3 blocks before I'm about to die. And niggas can't come see a nigga do no stand up for fucking 8 minutes. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Am I venting? In a way I am. But in the solidarity I have for myself, I'm solid with me. I'll be in the house laughing by my goddamn self, enjoying movies by myself. Shout out to my girlfriend, Sonia Ingersoll, for those. And yeah, I'm telling the world, beautiful, beautiful lady, greatest soul in the world. Greatest soul in the fucking world. And I've been trying to find somebody for a long time. And this lady is truly my friend. And I don't know what she's going to end up being. She could be my wife. I don't know. But all I know is God brought me a cool person to talk to. She's out in Vegas right now with family. She shouldn't be telling all her business, but I don't give a fuck. With family right now, having a family reunion, enjoying them. It's all to the good. I love it. I love it. And I'm more blessed to know her, to know the type of person she is, to know some of her family members who I don't really think particularly fuck with me like that. I ain't saying they do or they don't, but you know, from what I heard is, you know, they think I might be too young for their mother. And she is a little older than me, but not much older. I'm 57 years old. I don't do 75-year-olds, but she's in her 60s and look better than me. So it ain't about that. It's about true friendship. It's about true honor between a man and a lady, which I ain't had in a long time. Shout out to my kids' mothers, Leslie Jones and Kim T. I won't say her last name because she might be mad if I give all her information. Well, KT, LJ, love y'all. Love my wonderful kids, Claudia Jones, Brandon Davis, a.k.a. KG Hustle, my daughter, Maya Davis, who's transitioned, and she's non-binary. Shout out to my non-binary daughter, Drew. Love you, baby. That's right. Everybody, if you don't like it, fuck you. We could talk about it. Big Dex is chilling right now. And God loves me. I love him. I'm gonna do his bidding as well as be who I am. And I'm gonna keep this podcast going. I'm a Corner Store Media, Corner Store Films, Corner Store Recordings, everything motherfucking Corner Store. It's gonna pop, whether you want it to, whether you care if it does, or whether you want. I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna let motherfuckers steal my joy and make me feel bad. You don't show up for me, all that's telling me is, fuck you. When a nigga that came out of nowhere, I met T6 doing another comedy at a shout out to Ha Ha Comedy Club in North Hollywood where I did a set. I met bro there, funny in the motherfucker. Showed up for him at the Comedy Act Theater. Showed up for my boy at his shit when he told me to come. I was right there early. I saw about 15 comics before my nigga came on. Because I'm a real one with no dough in my pocket. I was hungry the motherfucker that night. And I do go and do shit for people without a dollar in my pocket. Don't be wanting to do that shit. Just did a fucking a photo shoot for a company where I will leave, because I signed the NDA, I will leave them nameless. Make good money. Shit, I got to wait on the mail for that money. Now I'm bringing all this shit up to say this. I am a working fucking actor. I am a working amateur comedian. I am a professional podcaster. All this shit in here I bought. Speakers, mics, cameras, lights, you name it. Motherfuckers don't do that shit to be playing. You don't get the 91 motherfucking episodes if you fucking playing. So be down or not be down. I'm going to look dead into this camera, straight into that motherfucker and tell you I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm going to do these shits until I leave this bitch. I don't know when that'll be. If you walking 2 blocks and you can't breathe, shit, it could be tomorrow. I'm not wishing that on myself, and I pray to God every day He give me enough time to see my success before I take that dirt nap. Sick of this shit, man. I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna get off of the negative shit and talk to shit about shit that's even more negative, but in a funny way. Now we're going to topics of the day. Now, one of the things that we need to talk about is the fact that the NFL is full of shit. I ain't even talking about college football yet. I'll get there. The National Football League has now announced that players can kneel. I don't know if they announced it, but they letting it rock. That players can kneel. Listen to what I say now. Players can kneel for Israel. Let me repeat that. That NFL players can kneel for Israel. Now, for all those who may watch this podcast that is of Jewish Zionistic descent, and you're offended by this, the offense that you have, you could take that shit and rub that shit onto the concrete in goat's piss. Because I ain't mad at you if you Jewish, but I am mad at your ass. It seems like y'all run this fucking world. You run the world. You run the banks. You run this country. You run this world. The Zionistic Jews of Europe, the Rockefellers, the Carlyles, and all these different folk. We know who you are now. Y'all can hide in the shadows behind stacks and stacks of money all you want. We know who you are. And you motherfuckers have a lot of nerve. You do some shit. You do shit to make niggas go, what the fuck? So we can't kneel. Now look, this harkens back, you guys. We need them to amend the Constitution to make black people, because it's still in the Constitution as of 2023 that black people are not even considered full human beings. Read the shit. Freedom of Information Act, the Constitution is all over the internet. Read it. We are not considered full human beings. There's a nomenclature or a title that they give equipment in the military. It's called TA-50. Anybody that has been in the service knows that that's true. I'm not making that up because I'm ex-military. TA-50 is your equipment. Rucksack, pistol belt, web gear, the shit that you hang all your stuff on, flag. That's considered the ammo pouches, the clips, the gun, that's considered equipment. American black people, that is such a, anyway, American blacks or blacks that live in this country that came here and or the descendants of slaves are nothing but equipment in the United States of America. We're nothing but equipment. For all the Tim Scotts or that fucking black son of a bitch who wanted to be governor in Kentucky that would align themselves with these people and know that these people, even though they sleep with you, what kind of a person sleeps with somebody they think is an animal? What does that say more about white people that are racist, that we're animals, and then you have the nerve to go and get with one that gets down with your cause or feels like they should be down with you because they feel like you're the winning side or you're the side that's on top. And then you decide, even though you feel like we're beneath you and we're animals, to marry and have kids with that animal. What does that say about you? What does that say about you if you think the way you do about us? Well, see, in white people's minds, if you remember watching Do the Right Thing, when Spike Lee asked old boy about why do you like Prince, Magic Johnson, and all these people? They're black too. And he says, well, no, they're not black. They're different. Racism is in the eye of the beholder. It's okay to hate a nigga as long as it's serving you mint juleps or taking your baby and let them suckle on their tits versus you getting your tit all wrinkled to serve your own child its milk. You think black people are animals, but back in the day when we were slaves, we were bouncing your fucking babies on our knees. You had blacks so psychologically fucked up that they didn't poison your food. They fed you every fucking day and never poisoned you because we were so whipped into fear of being killed that we would feed you without. I'm sorry. I told the white folk, I kind of mentioned that on stage just to get a rise out of them people that, hey, if I had a chance to poison your mint julep, I would. I said that on stage. Ask T6. T6 is on Instagram. You could pose that question to him. He was sitting right there when I said that in front of the people. And for the Fourth Wall TV Cafe people, I don't have no problem with y'all. And I'm going back to the subject I have broached earlier. I don't know why I'm still hot on my mind. It's all tied in. That's the only reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. The fact that they would allow players to get on one fucking knee, but don't let black players do that for the killing of black people tells you everything you need to know about this country. We don't need to be playing football for them motherfuckers. We need to be taking whatever money we've made off of records, off of films, directing, all from Ryan Coogler to Diddy, all these motherfuckers. But they're not going to do it because if once we start to do that, they know by being up there with the whites, they sit with them, they see how they look at. Even though they rich, they see how Diddy them see how Clive Davis and them look at them. They know that they don't want them up there, but they allow them. There's certain people they allow up there because they're holding the torch for blacks to adhere to. It's so fucking, this shit is so hard to talk about it and make your ass frustrated. Because we living in a place where you're never going to be truly treated like a human here, man. I don't give a fuck I don't care how clean your house is, how dope your car is, how many fucking G5 flights you take a year. You still, just like Kanye said, you still a nigga in a Benz. Facts. This is the Keeping It 100 podcast now, more than any fucking thing, man. This shit wild, bro. The fuck? We can't kneel, but you want us to kneel for Jewish dead that's not even in America? Miss me with that shit. Miss me with that shit. I mentioned Sean Diddy Combs. Another dirtbag ass black dude. Yeah, they might be trying to railroad your punk ass. They might be trying to destroy you and kill a lot of birds with one stone by doing so. One, they making another black man seem like a dirtbag. That helps out the whole thing. Two, they getting a rich nigga off that. Before you know it, they're going to suck you dry in legal fees, and people ain't going to want to fuck with none of your companies that you're involved with. Three, another black dude goes down, maybe go to prison. The funny thing about all this shit that's happening to you, you probably brought it on yourself. With all the stories from Gene Deal and Mark Curry and all these different people talking about you and Cassie getting the money, your ass settled so fucking fast, couldn't mean nothing else but that you guilty. Guilty conscience pay quick. Quick! And if you sucking dick and fucking Usher and all these different folk that's been mentioned, we don't give two fucks about it, bro, but keep it 100. You mean to tell me having Christopher Williams suck your dick made you feel powerful, nigga? What kind of fucking planet are you from? The fuck is wrong with y'all? You got billions of dollars. Now, I don't give a fuck how philanthropic you are. If you ain't created 25 neighborhoods in different states around the country, you ain't done shit for the people. You've been shitting on Danity Kane. All your fucking artists is broke. All of them broke. Where Total at? Where 112 at? Shit, Mace, the only nigga seem like landing on his motherfucking feet. Now you trying to bring Shine out on stage with you, put a suit on him. Nigga, you owe that nigga. That's the only reason you doing that shit. That nigga went to prison for you. You lucky he ain't smoke your weird ass. Niggas is weird, man. Don't think if I ever get to where I need to be, that I'm gonna forget the people who gave a fuck. Don't trip now. It be people who gave a fuck and helped me, but they still don't even like me. Low-key think I ain't shit. And the only reason they help me because they feel sorry for me. I'm going to help y'all too. You get that 10, oh, that nigga made it. Shit. This world is burnt. Hold on 2 seconds, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and look because I can't see shit. I'm seeing a lot of live chat and I love it. I appreciate y'all. Do me a favor and I'm going to see if y'all really love your boy. All the people in the chat right now, shout out the city and the state you at right now. Do that for your dog. Let me know if you real on this motherfucker. Shout your city and your state out. I might know where you at already, but the motherfuckers that, that's going to look at this later don't know. Shout your city and your state out for your boy. Do that for Big Dex. So I'm going on here right now and see what it look like. What's cooking? Because y'all just being too wonderful today. I see all the comments. It ain't nothing but love here. I see it say live right there. Big Dex is live. Let me read some of these comments. Oh, we got my bad, Didn't know you was on live. Yeah, I was on when you called, big dog. I see you, my man. Oh, what's up, Julius from Black Truffle TV? His podcast is called Real Quick Though. I love you, man. Julius, you're going to be on the pod, man. Hopefully you get a chance. We can get you in here, bro. I said I ain't really want... We do split screen because I want you in here because we've been talking. You my nigga, and I ain't been on your pod yet. And plus, shout out to those who don't know Julius. He's a comic as well, and he has the Real Quick Though podcast on Truffle TV. That's my dog. He's going to be helping me get my cameras and my situation in here even upgraded. Shout out to my man. Negus Freeman's in the building, Light Slim in the building. My beautiful girl, Sonya Ingersoll in the building. See you, I see you. I'm looking at this finally because I'm a no-seeing son of a gun. It's not gonna be the ones you know that look out. That's exactly right, Slim. You're exactly right. Yeah, that's it. ATL Hope 404. That's my boy Chris. For those, hopefully y'all still on. The rest of y'all still on. Shout out where you from, please. We got Atlanta in the building right now. Strong as a motherfucker. Appreciate you. And the other thing I wanted to talk about, which has already been kind of mentioned a lot in the podcast going around, is Dwight Howard also. And the fact, and I was gonna do this joke at the comedy show I did the other day about the NBA and how they don't want gay players in the league. Dwight Howard never play in the NBA again. I'm saying it right now. I don't give a shit if it's a team. If every one of the team's centers went down and they in the playoffs, let's just take example of say the Clippers. Who could use Dwight Howard now? And I'm a Clipper fan. Dwight Howard could play for the Clippers as a backup center to Zubac or start because they really don't have that much size, but they got everything else. Clippers ain't, no. Once you've been outed, like from the dude, what's that guy name? Not the dude that played in the NFL, but there was a dude that played for the Atlanta, Don Amici. Don Amici came out gay. And those one of the twins, it was the twins, I forget the guy's name. He came out gay, but he's still working the league and work for a team as assistant coach. But that's the only capacity you're gonna see these motherfuckers. You're not gonna see an openly gay player in the you'll see it in the WNBA. Lesbians all over the WNBA. Candace Parker, who had a child with Sheldon Williams, ex University of Duke center, and played in the NBA for a minute, had a child. And she's married now to a white woman. I guess she's the male in the relationship. I don't know how that shit works. I just know it's two women. They married. One of them takes the more dominant male role. The other one takes the submissive woman role. Supposedly, I don't think I've ever seen two, manly acting lesbians get married. But then again, I don't know how that shit go, and I ain't trying to, front or nothing like that. I don't know. All I know is you can be openly gay in the WNBA. Nobody ain't gonna say nothing. It's a double standard like a motherfucker. But when it comes to men's sports, other than ice skating or gymnastics, because I think there's a lot of gay gymnasts too, but or divers as well, swimming and shit. Greg Louganis, da da da. Well, the joke I was gonna tell before I was rudely taken off the microphone, not really rudely, but just 3 minutes. That's just not enough. Basically, you going up there, hey motherfuckers, how you doing? All right, eat dick, suck pussy, bye bye. See y'all. But I was gonna say they don't want a time to when there's a real great NBA gay player that's out there hitting 40 and grabbing 10 or dishing 10 assists and grabbing 7 rebounds to be into the motherfucking at the end of the game to be on the microphone and do this. Hey y'all see me out there balling them motherfuckers? Oh yeah, I hit 40 on them bitches, girl. You know what I'm saying? They don't want that. They don't want that. If a nigga that talks like RuPaul was to be on the microphone after a game, after scoring 28 and 10, and did that, it would destroy the NBA. So they're not trying to have that. I'm not saying there's going to be a flamboyant gay that plays in the NFL. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is they're not trying to ever let it even get to that point. It's not happening. So even if there's a propensity for the players like Dwight Howard to force him to have TSs come to him to his hotel room, wherever his house, whatever the fuck, and forcibly pull their pants off and suck their pee and make another dude come in and handle his business on the person too, you're not coming back to this league. Once that's leaked and they know that actually happened, and then your response on certain podcasts and different things, if your response is, what happens in my bedroom is what happens in my bedroom. Why y'all worried about what happened? And you don't just come out and say you gay. Now, the reason why he's not coming out to say he's all the way gay, he's saying that he's saying, now look, he's fucking homosexuals. He's getting fellatio from homosexuals. So I guess he could be bi. There's a possibility for that. But he's not going to ever come out and all the way say anything about his sexuality, because what? He wants to try to leave the door of being in the league askew or cracked. This is a man that has children. This is a man that has kids. This is a man that's been with women. Let me just say it like this. This is a man. I ain't trying to be an asshole to nobody. Believe me when I say this, I'm not. My respect for Dwight Howard and his basketball prowess, I give him that. Now, I knew he was kind of soft, and so did Kobe Bryant, and I'm going to tell you why. You remember when Orlando and the Lakers was in the championship? It was the Lakers and the Orlando Magic. And Dwight Howard had the chance to absolutely fuck Kobe Bryant up for calling him. Now, this is obviously when he was in his heyday. He was in it, after Shaq left Orlando, and then they got the #1 pick a few years later. He ended up becoming getting on there and becoming a star. He was dope. I ain't gonna even lie. When he came out and I'm like, that nigga gonna be dope, and he was. The man was 3 times Defensive Player of the Year. Led the league in blocks a couple times. I mean, he's great. But when Kobe Bryant caught a pass on the left side of the court during the playoffs, and he saw Dwight down the lane, and he went in there, and you can go look it up. Kobe Bryant dunking on Dwight Howard. He shitted on that man and looked at him. Kobe would not be alive. See, Kobe passed away in a helicopter crash. God rest your soul. You dope. I had problems with Kobe because I thought one of the cockiest niggas I ever seen in my life, which made me stop being a Laker fan for a good while. I like the Lakers. I'll fuck with them now, but they ain't never been the same since he came because there's something about him rubbed me the wrong way, but he could fucking play. He was the second coming of Mike. You know, if anybody was Michael Jordan like, if not almost like that nigga, that was the dude. So I'll give him that. But Dwight, he would have died that day if I could have jumped out of my body, spirit, into Dwight Howard into that moment, Kobe Bryant would have been dead. Because I'd have fucked his ass up. You ain't finna shit on me like that. Not no playoffs. Boo-booed on one of the niggas that's supposed to be that guy. We'd have been fighting the whole, there would have been a scrum, and niggas got suspended, everything. You are not going to dunk on. If I see you gathering to go do some super Michael Jordan type shit, nigga, I'm gonna beat you too. Even if you get the dunk off, you'll never, ever, ever try to dunk on me again. Ever. So you showed your ass then, bro, and I know that's simple. You know, that's basketball shit. They ain't got nothing to do with sex. Yes, it does have something to do. It's all about how tough you are. It's all about machismo. And if you doing all this blocking shots and you got these big wide shoulders and all that and tough, you see Kobe coming and your puss ass don't do what you normally do to everybody else, you's a bitch. Because I would have, with the strength in that nigga's body and his strength, I'd have killed Kobe Bryant ass. And he always got that over your ass. He's gone now, but he's always got to have that over you. That's why he was able to call you a bitch to your face when you came to the Lakers. And you didn't do nothing then, and you didn't do nothing when he shitted on you. That leads me to believe you soft. Does being soft necessarily mean you a homosexual? No. But when you find out somebody is that, you be like, I get it. I can see that. Just like Chris Rock said, if you found out Krispy Kremes had cocaine in it or crack in it, you'd be like, I knew it was something. That shit too good. I ain't never ate a donut you put in your mouth, the shit melt. That shit is not right. There's something wrong with that food, man. It's too motherfucking good. There's no way for it to be that good. And that's real talk. I hate to be saying that, but it's true. Now, I had a couple other things I wanted to broach, but I'm trying to go back on here and see if I can find what I was looking for. Because there was a couple subjects I wanted to talk about that I saw today. I didn't write down any of this shit. Oh yeah, by the way, I want you to do me a favor. I don't know if you fuck with TikTok, and these are for the people who don't fuck with TikTok, as well as the people who do, because you probably don't know about my TikTok page, and I will give you my TikTok page. My TikTok page is called just like you was on Instagram, is @Corner Store Television. It's all one word, @Corner Store Television. You're going to love it. There's a lot of shit I put on there. It's growing every day. I'm at 18.4K and rising. A lot of cool things I put on there. My TikTok page is pretty wild. I also advertise the podcast there and some of the things I've done in the past. So please check it out. And I wanted to look on here and see a couple things that was going on there. I'm trying to find, I think there's a couple of my saved. I might have to go to my saved shit. Hold on a second. If I remember correctly. I don't see it here. Oh, wait. Here we go. I didn't actually save the one I wanted to save. Oh well, it is what it is. But I will say this. Oh, Oh, okay. Getting back to sports, that's what I wanted to talk about. There was an incident that happened in the Laker game versus Houston Rockets the other day. Y'all know about disgraced, and I say disgraced because I think he was disgraced in Boston, disgraced and fired ex-coach of the Boston Celtics, who's now the coach of the Houston Rockets, Ime Udoka, who used to be the husband of actress, goddamn it. Somebody help me with this. I had it in my fucking head. I was about to say Regina King. I know that's not true. Old girl from Fridays and Best Man. You know, everybody who who Ime Udoka was married to. And she ain't happy about him having sex with the white woman and getting fired and the whole thing, that's a whole nother story, which I talked about on a previous podcast about that man being ceremoniously fired and all the facts hadn't been out or anything like that. Oh yeah, I just thought about another thing in that regard. Well, him and LeBron James during a game got into a heated discussion, which led to Coach Udoka being ceremoniously ejected. Having already had a previous ejection, he got kicked out the damn game. Now, the exchange, which has been scrutinized over the last few days, or a couple days, to where people have found out what was said, it's come to fruition that Udoka was tired of LeBron and some of the players on the Lakers bitching about calls, or bitching about a call, in particular call. And he said, y'all stop bitching. LeBron got mad thinking he was calling him a bitch, saying, you using that word too loose. You using that word too loose. He happened to mention that a couple times. Coach is like, the fuck is you talking about? I ain't call you a bitch. Shut your crying ass up, and told him to get the fuck up. What you walking over here for? You trying to do something? They actually squared up on each other slightly. LeBron, if I notice, who's a strong dude and probably do got hands. I ain't never seen him fight, and I think for some reason he ain't trying to fight. I think he's gotten to a situation where he, then grabbed some folk and shook him, and tussled. But he ain't never threw no hands or nothing. And he know who to do that to. There's a kid that played for Detroit that swear he can't stand LeBron, and LeBron be eating cheese when he fuck with that kid. There's been a couple times they didn't got into it. They got into it this year, and LeBron looked like he ain't want no part of it. That's just my opinion. But Ime Udoka and LeBron going at it. The world has really changed a whole lot. The world has changed a whole lot. But it ain't changed enough to where that didn't become a subject on ESPN. The world ain't changed enough to where they're not talking about this big 6'9" motherfucking white boy from Australia who's in his fucking middle 20s dating a 16-year-old girl. This motherfucker played for the Oklahoma City Thunder. His name is Josh Giddey. He's an Australian from down under. He come from down under fucking all your damn babies out here. You fucking your little girls. Now, who the fuck do all that pedophile shit? Don't be black folk. We don't do that. We don't fuck with little kids. We fuck with big booties and titties. Titties of a particular age. Now, are there black pedophiles out there? Yeah, man. It's just a part of the weird spectrum. But per capita, black people don't do that. But are they talking about Mr. Giddey? Stephen A. Smith, Malika Andrews, the whole crew, all them motherfuckers up there at ESPN, all on Fox Sports West? No, they're not talking about it. But they are talking about the shit that happened with black folk. They are talking about that guard that played for Houston who got dropped off the face of the planet. He can't get a job in the NFL, in the NBA. I'm sorry, for supposedly whooping his girlfriend. And come to find out, the shit, Kevin Porter, that's his name, the guard for Houston Rockets. Come to find out, the bitch was lying. She recanted everything. Now, linebacker for the Buffalo Bills and somebody who I like, I hate that I can't think of my man's name right now. He's a household name, defensive end that played for the Denver Broncos at first and then ended up playing for Buffalo. He get into it with his so-called pregnant girl. I wouldn't say so-called. She is his pregnant girlfriend, fiance, wife, whatever. And he gets in trouble. Man, that shit is all over the fucking news. They can't wait to talk about how niggas ain't nothing but criminals and killers, and we can't give us money. It don't change us. We just inherently fucked up when they hide everything these white motherfuckers do. They hide it. They don't want you to know that they pieces of shit. You know who knows these white people are pieces of shit? White people. They in the fucking houses. The kids that you have. They see you every day behind closed doors. They know. And I ain't trying to make this a black-white issue. You motherfuckers is making it a black-white issue. All we trying to do is live. That's all we trying to do. Exist in a world that you created for you. But don't have the decency to give us enough money to where we can get the fuck out of here. And maybe take that said money to a fucking African nation that'll accept and love us and we could grow there. You ain't gonna do that neither. You rather see us dead. So sad. But so true. Facts is facts, y'all. Facts is facts. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Let's just keep it real. And all I want you guys to do is understand this. I'm going to keep talking about these real-ass situations. You see how I switched the NWA sign and the Corner Store Podcast sign? Now that shit is on the bottom. Somebody told me I should have did that a long time ago. That little change right there is subtle, but it means something because somebody actually cared that tell me that they think my shit should be on the bottom versus the top, and NWA should be up top. It's a little bitty ass thing. I know that sounds silly, but simple. But simplicity sometimes is bliss. Shakespeare. Even though I don't know why I'm quoting that motherfucker, but it's apropos at this point. So basically, all I'm trying to tell you to do is be you. Live your life, irregardless of how anyone else perceives you. I had spoken to a friend of mine today on Instagram who's had her own podcast. She's down in Atlanta, had some ups and downs personally. She had to leave California. And I mentioned to her, or I put that little thing I did on Instagram, I sent it to her, and she said, don't be worried about what people think, you keep doing you, and blah, blah, blah. Something else she said. And I'm not saying nothing negative about what she said, because I appreciate her giving me the well wishes. But I'm going to tell you this, man, this shit is not easy. And I had mentioned that I want you on my podcast, even split screen, and you never really said you wanted to do it or not. And that's the stuff I'm talking about. I know you're probably trying to say, you know, I'm support you and all that. But hey, find the time to just sit down for 30 minutes, even way out there in Atlanta, to give your boy a little solace and be on the show. It could help me. It's all right to well wish me, but be a part of this shit too. You had a podcast before you was on my show. Let's talk about what's going on in your life and how you feeling. But that's just my opinion. Hey, this is Corner Store Podcast, KSP in the building, YouTube. Thank y'all for being here. This is episode 91, going on to episode 92, and all the way to 100. I don't know what we're going to do on episode 100. We got to do something special. And I would like some suggestions. Y'all can send that to my Instagram at Corner Store Podcast on IG. And also you can get at me at OMD-300 on IG. That's at OMD-300 on IG. This has been the Corner Store Podcast, your boy OMD. I love y'all. Stay safe. God bless.